Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. I want us to have a look at some remarks allegedly made by Raila Odinga as shared by his son, Raila Odinga Jr. A few hours ago, Jr. had this to share. Raila Odinga Jr., for your information, I am ready to forego my AUC ambitions for the sake of my country if this is being used to manipulate me at the expense of the quest for a better and stable country. Raila Odinga, 21st July 2024. I've tried to find out where Raila Odinga made those remarks, but I have not been successful. But I'm seeing the remarks are being shared widely, including Raila Odinga's son. So it might be true Raila made those remarks. I want us to put that into perspective for Kenyans to understand what's happening here and why Raila Odinga has come out that strongly to say he's ready to forgo his AUC bid. Before we do that, let's also have some information shared out by Nation. The former president is said to have invited Mr. Odinga to at least 2 meetings outside the country, at which he has persuaded the former prime minister to abandon the quest for AUC and concentrate on Kenya. Those remarks by Nation have also not verified that it's actually true, because some Kenya Kwanza bloggers have also been trying to propagate that. So I don't know whether Nation has borrowed that information from the Kenya Kwanza bloggers. I'm not just getting it, but I want us to understand what's happening here. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Raila Odinga has a mind of his own, and I don't think Uhuru Kenyatta can dictate to Raila Odinga what he should do. And if Raila Odinga allows Uhuru Kenyatta to dictate to him what he should do, then Raila is also getting it wrong. Raila should look at things and make his own independent decision. If he feels it's better for him to proceed with AUC, then nobody should discourage him from proceeding with that. He has to make his own independent decision, which I think he is making. If you look at Raila coming out to make those remarks that is ready to drop that bid, then it's very clear things between him and Ruto are not going on well. And it's clear why they're not going on well. The Gen Z protests and the formation of the new cabinet. That's what is causing some conflicts and tensions between Raila and Ruto. Raila thought he could reason out with Ruto, but is realizing you can't reason with Ruto. You are trying to tell him this way, he's going the opposite direction. And this is not the first time we are getting some rumors that Ruto is a person who can't be advised. And even now as the president, we are being told he's the person advising his advisors. You can't tell him anything. He is a know-it-all kind of a person. And that can explain why in the under 2 years of his rule, his government has been a disaster. The reason is very simple. It has all along been a one-man show. Everything being controlled from State House, Nairobi. And that's the mentality he wanted to push to the judiciary, where he was to control judiciary from State House. That's why we saw Martha Koome and her deputy being summoned to State House. So I'm seeing Raila Odinga and William Ruto, things are not working on well as Raila Odinga thought. By William Ruto dissolving his cabinet, Raila was very much optimistic that he could help Ruto come up with a wonderful cabinet, a cabinet representing the face of Kenya, a cabinet composed of men and women of integrity. But we saw the first 11 names William Ruto nominated. In the event, Raila Odinga also nominates his team, and then you mix that team with the 11-member team Ruto nominated, then Raila will have to fight extra hard to clean himself from that mess. If the first 11 were that bad, at least William Ruto ought to have showed Kenyans the goodwill by the first 11 being good. But the first 11, at a time Kenyans are on the streets, the first 11 were that bad. Very unfortunate. And this is why sometimes I'm more than convinced that the gods have conspired to destroy William Ruto. Ruto is not listening to reason. Nothing will save him. No person will save Ruto. Ruto is under judgment. That's why everything he tries doing ends up failing. Upon Gen Z starting off these protests, Ruto has tried doing so many things which have failed. And we are getting some information that is even making some calls to some opposition leaders for him to include them in the cabinet. He's making direct calls to them, but those leaders are not picking his calls. So the situation is that bad. Kenyans and even some leaders have rejected William Ruto in totality. I believe Raila Odinga wanted to help William Ruto come out of that situation. But it seems things are not working out. And that's why Raila Odinga has come out with those remarks. But all is not lost. Maybe there can be some intervention and we can see Ruto listen to reason. All is not lost. I still have a lot of confidence in Raila Odinga. This is a man whose all his life he has been fighting for social justice. So he's a man who has been tried and tested. And when I say that, I'm not taking sides. That's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. It's better to give the devil his due. Raila has been there fighting for social justice. He has been tried over all these years. And even his quest may be to help William Ruto come out of this quagmire has just been that continuation of Raila Odinga. We saw he joined Moi and he helped kill Kanu. And then we saw Raila Odinga joined Kibaki in 2002. And Kenya was ranked as the most optimistic country in the world. Before long, Kibaki brought in the Mount Kenya Mafia and everything again got lost. We saw Raila Odinga joining Uhuru Kenyatta and some corrupt elements in Jubilee government were kicked away. And I also hoped that him working with William Ruto, he was going to bring some sanity in Ruto's government. Some ethnic chauvinists being kicked out of Kenya Kwanza government. And that could have been at least a step in the right direction. Let's wait and see how things will unfold. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. And let me make something very clear. Gen Z protests are the best thing Kenyans can do. The protests are the best thing Kenyans can do. Raila Odinga supporters should not be attacking Gen Zs. They should not allow themselves to be used to attack Gen Zs. Gen Zs and Raila Odinga, they are speaking the same language. So Raila supporters, they should not allow themselves to be used by politicians supporting Raila Odinga to start attacking Gen Zs. Gen Zs have made Kenyans proud, and they have made the whole world proud. And we are even seeing in Bangladesh, they have gotten courage from Kenyan Gen Zs. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you.